It was super interesting to work with Ari and the props team in order to have authenticity when it came to the different characters that he created and their political development and their political orientation.
Well, Anna, the protest coordinator, gave the production such a big, helpful tool, being able to walk up to Anna and ask questions, having that on set, you know, the legalities of protesting is really, really helpful to have Anna here.
You're talking right now on stolen land, and we are calling for funding and abolition of the corrupt and homicidal police state.
I just feel like there's a layer of dust in my lungs. It is so dry. So dry. The amount of chapstick I've had to put on is crazy. I feel exhausted.
It's been weird doing these protest scenes and the masks and the signs and and I'm like, oh yeah, that was, wow. When I read this script initially, I thought it was just a full-blown comedy. I thought it was hilarious. And it wasn't until I got here and I was like, we're not approaching it that way though.
You don't mind the beginning,
I didn't love it, but I don't know when we'll cut into it. We'll cut into it probably a little bit, but
yeah.
I mean, Darius is total legend. When I heard he was doing this, I was like, what a really great combo, Ari and Darius.
Yeah, Darius Kanji, legendary cinematographer.
Because you can't tell anything on this monitor. You can't tell the truth on this monitor. Be careful of the movie you're watching on this. It's not the same movie.
okay.
We got very close on the film and really saw eye to eye on most things, and he's a very kind of poetic and deep man. Yeah, I really love him.
Lock onto it for at least.
It feels like everything's in decline, like our critical faculties, our ability to distinguish between what's true.
Jesus!
We're not just sliding, back into like superstition. It feels like we're being pushed, whatever happened there in 2020. If you zoom out far enough, it's pretty clear that certain people benefited from it. It feels like we're all stranded, and there are no answers anymore. There are no stories being told to us about what's happening. I wanted the film to kind of be gripped by the paranoia of conspiracy-obsessed characters. Every character is sort of living in a different movie.
Look at this.
And so how do you make something coherent that is about the incoherency of like this miasma?
This is gematria, ancient practice of coding numbers into words. It's a simple...
Just talking about these characters being informed by their media intake. Joe is somebody who, he's 50 years old. He would have been in his 20s in the 90s when all those great action movies came out. And at the end of the film, he gets to sort of live in an action movie, shooting at phantoms. A species can only survive if it can accurately detect threats. And if all these imaginary problems consume all of our thoughts, very real problems, will swallow us up.
In the height of the sniper, where you have the two gunshots, one of which is gonna get him.
Tonight, we are shooting the big finale. So, a lot of action, guns and blood, a lot of that.
Fire in the hole, guys. We're gonna do a test fire.
A lot of that stuff, it's editing. It's the way that Ari is shooting it.
Cool. All right, end of test.
There's a scene where I burst out of a gun store with a BFG slaying people, and it's ridiculous.
We were very lucky that Truth or Consequences allowed us to do what we did because we were kind of shooting blanks around town, and he really is shooting that machine gun.
Two cameras, Mark.
Weapon popping is hot. Fire in the hole. Here we go. And action.
Back to one.
That's it. Cut. Cutting.
The scene takes place here at this Gunther's gun store, as right behind us. Joaquin makes a run for it and gets into there and gets a display weapon, which happens to be a .240 Bravo. For this scene alone, we got 4,000 rounds, and we're down to about 1,200. He cowboys his way out of here.
Hey, back to one. Back to one.
How
long as the reset? 2 cameras, hey Mark.
In the moment, I was taking it seriously. I was like, there are people that are trying to kill me, and I must defend myself, and I must defend this town.
After you fall, and then you kind of are like propping yourself up and keeping your head.
Yeah, this is for the shot, the next shot. I kind of lowered like that, and then okay, just blast it up.
All right, guys, here we go. Okay. Watch the blood, please. Bang! Ah! One more. Bring the gun a little bit lower on this one. Freeze! Wait! Ah! Cut.
That's it. That's the real picture wrap. Gonna head home to Canada now. Just remember, you're one decision away from a completely different life. I actually had one of the hardest days already because Butterfly just learned something horrific and I had to learn something horrific. So by the time I got to my hotel room, I was so depleted, so tired, so exhausted. I felt my cheek and there's tears on my cheek. And this has never happened in my entire career, and it happened on this project. I am not complaining. I felt like I got a little stronger. In the end, I thank Ari for the suffering. It just made me that much stronger as an artist.
What the fuck is going on here?
Girl, I'm struggling. You're doing good.
So guys, quick overview of tonight, but essentially we'll be starting with the car getting blown apart. Sound speeds. 3, 2, 1, go!
The headlight's cool, the mirror coming off is cool, this thing popping. There's some nice detail in there.
That's good.
Thank you.
Okay, super. Very nice, guys, that'll do it.
If the film is about anything, it's really about a data center being built and this other crisis being incubated in a lab. And all these stories in this film are really just more training data for this new thing that's coming. That's actually the only thing that's happening.
I think Ari has a deep talent for really scaring the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Asterian.
Asterian stuff.
Sitting up, please, Blaine.
Let's do another one. Back to one.
Keep the flames up.
Well, you know, I think the thing that's really insidious about this moment is that it's very scary and dangerous and like catastrophic, and at the same time it's absurd and ridiculous and like impossible to take seriously. And so the film should be scary and upsetting and dramatic and funny and stupid. It's rated R.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. Joblo remains an independent company, and we appreciate all of your support.